Who the heck is that baby riding on Cosmic Ghost Rider's shoulders? Only one way to find out. Join me for an overview of the Cosmic Ghost Rider Omnibus from Marvel Comics. Before getting started, a huge thank you to David Gabriel and the folks in Marvel for sending us an advance copy of this omnibus. This omnibus is due out in the direct market on September 8th, and then a few weeks later in the book market. And speaking of direct market, what we're looking at here is the direct market cover. This is the one that's drawn by Jeff Shaw. On your left-hand side is the standard edition cover drawn by Jeffrey Scott Campbell. That's the one that's available everywhere like Amazon and Barnes & Nobles, and the direct market, of course, only available at your local comic book shop, cheapgraphicnovels.com, Walt's Comic Shop, Die and Breed Collectors, in-stock trades, and places like that. So let's take a closer look at this. So yes, there is a baby on the shoulders of Cosmic Ghost Rider. By the way, I am going to do a spoiler section, so I'll put the timestamps in the description of the video like I always do, just to kind of give you an idea of who the character is if you want to know a little bit more about him and are interested in who the character is. For those of you that don't care or about any spoilers, I will just show off the artwork and leave that in the description below where you can join for the non-spoiler section. But yes, here we have this blazing cover. Now, the spine. Actually, oh, that is a nice image right there. Kate Shaw Burnett, Volume 1, Cosmic Ghost Rider. Reads a little bit better like that. Just seeing the fiery skull down there makes me wish we'd get other Ghost Rider Omnis. Right, we need some Danny Ketch. I know, people want Johnny Blaze. Some of y'all want Robbie Reyes, I get it. Now, I am censoring the very top part of this because it does give away who the character of Cosmic Ghost Rider is. So if you do buy the book, stay away from the back. Don't read the back unless you don't care, of course. The book retails for $100, but here are some of the images that you'll be seeing in here. And here is what Under the Dust Jacket looks like. It's an image from the Cosmic Ghost Rider miniseries, the very first one. So let's go ahead and get this open and talk a little bit about the story. So let's go ahead and get this open. I love these yellow bookend pages, probably because I don't ever see them. Most of the time, we get black or gray, something really boring. I like this bright yellow. Cosmic Ghost Rider. And here we go with all the credits. So we have Donny Cates, of course, supplying most of the stories here because he is one of the co-creators of the book. Jeff Shaw doing a lot of the artwork towards the very beginning. But we have other creators coming in here and writing the mini-series of this particular character, or the one-shot. So it all starts with Thanos number 13. Now, this story right here, Thanos Wins, has been collected in trade paperback format, OHC, and is also part of the Donny Cates Cosmic Omnibus. So this particular omnibus here collects Thanos 13 through 18, Thanos Annual Number 1, Cosmic Ghost Rider, the 5-issue miniseries, Cosmic Ghost Rider Destroys Marvel History 1 through 6, Guardians of the Galaxy, the 2019 series, the first 6 issues of that by Donny Cates, Avengers 22 through 25, that's the Jason Aaron Avengers era, so the ones that kicked off in 2018, Revenge of the Cosmic Ghost Rider miniseries, all 5 issues of that, and material from Thanos Legacy number 1 and Wolverine Black, White, and Blood number 3. So that's some of the material that's collected in this particular omnibus from those issues. So let's talk about the non-spoilery part. We have this character that's first introduced through the pages of this particular storyline. This is after Jeff Lemire left the Thanos book. So this is the 2016 series of Thanos. So with issue number 13, we get this character known as the Cosmic Ghost Rider, who is not like all the other Ghost Riders we've seen in the past. He's kind of a little bit of a smartass. And what his main job is, he kidnaps Thanos and drags him to somebody that hired him to go get him. Go get Thanos, right? This titan, this huge, unstoppable force. Cosmic Ghost Rider is able to pull him in chains and takes him 1,000,000 years into the future. And he goes to meet who hired Cosmic Ghost Rider to bring him here, and it's none other than Thanos himself. So, of course, story is a little confusing at first, but it's so fun. It's a great story. This is, of course, Donny Cates writing this story with Jeff Shaw. Jeff Shaw and Donny Cates both worked on one of my favorite stories of all time, and that is God Country. But this is the story of how Thanos wins against the Marvel Universe. I've covered this in the Donny Cates Omnibus, so this stuff is collected in there, this particular storyline. But this also serves as the introduction to this character of the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now, through the pages here, you do find out who the Cosmic Ghost Rider is. It's not a mystery. I mean, it is a mystery for like the first couple of issues, but by the time you get to the third and fourth part, you get the whole story of how the Cosmic Ghost Rider came to be. So, I need to talk just a little bit about that for people that are interested in the character and want to know a little bit of his background. Let's talk a little bit about Cosmic Ghost Rider. So, spoilers right now, and we'll come back looking in the description of the video at the timestamp when to come back for the non-spoilery part and just looking at the artwork. Alright, welcome back all you brave souls that don't care about spoilers or have already read the stuff. So within the pages of Thanos number 15, which is part 3 of Thanos Wins, we find out who Cosmic Ghost Rider is. So he tells Thanos that he used to be a man known as Frank Castle. And of course, for those of us that are huge fans of the Marvel Universe, Frank Castle is the Punisher. Now, you don't have to go very far to find the origin of how Frank Castle, the Punisher, became Cosmic Ghost Rider. Just look in the pages of Thanos 16, part 4, and this pretty much tells you the story of how Cosmic Ghost Rider came to be. It all starts with Frank Castle against this huge war, makes a deal with Mephisto, and goes after Galactus. However, Galactus makes a deal with him, and he becomes the Herald of Galactus. And there's a huge war between the Herald of Galactus and, of course, Thanos. Come on. The story's called Thanos Wins. Do you really think Galactus was going to win? Gets decapitated. And they spend millions of years together. Cosmic Ghost Rider, Frank Castle, and Thanos. And that's kind of where he gets just his quirky humor. He's a lot different than Punisher. He's a lot different than any Ghost Rider we've seen before. He's kind of like Deadpool, but not as annoying, probably because they haven't had him in too many books so far. But I really dug him, and I really dug this particular storyline. It changes up a lot of the things that you know about the character of Frank Castle, or the whole mythos of Ghost Rider, or the Herald of Galactus. All of this just compiled into one badass character. Alright, so that's enough of a spoiler. Let's go back to everybody else. Alright, everybody else, welcome back that did not want to know any spoilers about the history of the Cosmic Ghost Rider. So let's keep looking at some of this artwork, because let's pass and let's go to this mini-series right here. So in this mini-series, the very first mini-series, the character of Cosmic Ghost Rider decides to travel back in time and tries to do something that I think has been a moral question, right? Do you go back in time and kill the baby version of somebody that becomes an evil dictator, a person that is responsible for the millions, trillions of lives lost across the galaxy? Or do you become a lone wolf and cub kind of team up? And it's an interesting story. We get a whole new Guardians of the Galaxy, as ridiculous as it is. This is a fun team. I love to see these Marvel Legends toys, maybe because I'm addicted to those stupid things. But you have the Jugger Duck right there. You have Rocket Raccoon inside of Groot's body. He's made it into a kind of like an Iron Man armor. And you have, of course, Kamala Khan right there, the new Captain Marvel, and Cable, and Jubilee, because why not? But this was a pretty interesting, fun series. And then something happens here where he just decides that he's done with time traveling. So then we have the Thanos Legacy issue here, but then we have something called the Cosmic Ghost Rider Destroys Marvel History. So even though he just swore off time travel, this is a pretty interesting story where Cosmic Ghost Rider goes back in to key issues of the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, S.H.I.E.L.D. Hell, he even messes with Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos, as well as the Ultimates, just to change up some of the timeline. Like, what if Cosmic Ghost Rider was part of this World War II? So you could get some cool scenes like this. This one here is written by Paul Scheer and Nick Giovanetti, and you have artwork in here from Todd Knock, as well as Gerardo Sandoval. And then we get into the Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is the Guardians of the Galaxy that Donny Cates worked on for 12 issues. And it's the Cosmic Ghost Rider is part of the Guardians here. Now, if you have the OHC, this story is collected in that oversized hardcover. For those of you wondering how much double dipping there is some with the very first story arc there with Thanos Wins and the Thanos Legacy and Annual 1, and then Guardians of the Galaxy. But they are found in 2 separate books. And here we have the Avengers storyline. I think this is the Challenge of the Ghost Riders. So you have Robbie Reyes, you have Johnny Blaze, but they're not the only Ghost Riders. What's a Challenge of the Ghost Riders if you can't have Cosmic Ghost Rider thrown in here? So this stuff hasn't been collected in oversized hardcover yet. And then last but not least, we have Revenge of the Cosmic Ghost Rider. My favorite thing about this, honestly, is this character right here, Cammy. I love this character. She was introduced through the pages of Drax by Keith Giffen. She was a big part of Annihilation. And then she became part of that Avengers Arena, Avengers Underground storyline. And we hadn't seen her for a while. So it's good to see that character pop back in here and play a part in this miniseries. This one here is written by Dennis Hopeless. I'm not too keen on that ending, though. That's all I will say about that without giving any spoilers. And then we have a little bit of the Wolverine Black, White, and Blood number 3. So this is just the segment with Cosmic Ghost Rider, Juggernaut, drawn by Chris Bacalo and written by Donny Cates. And of course, fighting Wolverine. And we get this really cool timeline here. This is from Cosmic Ghost Rider Destroys the Marvel History. So all these stories here are part of that miniseries. It makes it really fun to go back and look at the stories and to see what changed within that miniseries. But I'm going to skip a little bit of that because I don't want to spoil what happens later. And then, of course, we get some variant covers. I'll be skipping the ones that have any kind of spoiler. This being the direct market cover, the standard edition cover right here by Jeffrey Scott Campbell. But they all get their own splash page. It's pretty cool. Most of the time I see oh, that's awesome. Haven't seen that one. Usually when I see these variant covers, they're usually thumbnails when they have this many. So I like the fact that they're all given their own splash page with different artist interpretation of the character. This is just the Guardians of the Galaxy number 1 variant, and Cosmic Ghost Rider is hidden right here in his bike. Pretty badass bike. Of course, more variants from that series. There is a ton of variants. That's Cully Hammer. Yeah, that reminds me of Pop Man's artwork. Pop Man drew a lot of the later issues of the 90s Ghost Rider before the series was canceled. For any art that you've seen censored on here, it's me just trying to keep people away from spoilers. Try my best. Sometimes you can't help it. I mean, I'm sure the next time, if a Volume 2 comes out, I'm pretty sure everybody's going to know the identity of the Cosmic Ghost Rider. There are some nice pieces of art here. And things I haven't seen before. That one's beautiful. Okay, we're not going to go through all of them. We're going to skip a bunch and get to, yes, the internal artwork here. And some of these in the back are spoilers, so I'll leave those out. As far as the binding of the book, it's printed at the Donley printer, and here's what the eye looks like. And let's find some spread pages. This here being perfect. Very little gutter loss, and that's towards the very beginning. If you want to compare it to the Donny Cates Cosmic Omnibus, towards the middle here. And I think this is the best example of one in the back. It's the spread page to the cover, the variant cover of issue number 1 of Guardians of the Galaxy. So there is a little bit of gutter loss. I mean, you have to hold it down to see some of the characters in here, some of the Guardians. But that, as they say, is that. If you're interested in purchasing this book, don't forget to check out our sponsor, cheapgraphicnovels.com, your online home for brand new graphic novels and collected editions up to 50% off cover price. They pride themselves on packaging your books so they arrive safely and in excellent condition, as well as prompt and helpful service. Check out the bargain deals for up to 90% off cover price. CGN is excited to announce that they are now taking pre-orders. They're making it easier for you to ensure that you don't miss out on the hottest releases. CGN is currently running a special promotion for you Minties. If you're a first-time customer, let them know that you were referred by Near Mint Condition at the checkout, and you'll receive a credit for free shipping on your next order. This promotion is valid for U.S. customers only. Cheap Graphic Novels, your source for the hottest books with the kind of deep discount and quality shipping and customer service that will keep you coming back for more. And that was the content, the page count, and build of this omnibus. Let me know in the comments down below if you've picked it up, if you're going to pick it up, if you didn't know what this contained, if you're a fan of the Cosmic Ghost Rider, and of course, the big question, what other Ghost Rider omnibus would you love to see next? Are you wanting the Johnny Blaze era, the Danny Ketch era? That's my guy. That's the one that I would vote for. Or the Robbie Reyes era? That's what I want to know. That's the big question. This was the Uncanny Omar. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button. Ring that bell for notifications to let you know when our videos are going live. We are on Spreadshop and on Patreon. Amazing ways to support the channel if you can do so. And more importantly, everyone, stay healthy, stay safe, and much love.